Well, I'm a student, so it's been interesting. Like I had to switch from like living life at school, doing work at school to teaching myself kind of at home and figuring out everything at home. Training wise, it's been all right because I have a home gym, so I was able to train right through it. So it's just been interesting. Yeah, so I was fortunate enough to have a home gym, so I always trained at home anyways. So I was one of the lucky few who got to just train right through the pandemic. I did track in middle school and I did gymnastics too. I did it all the way up to high school. I got into working out probably from gymnastics and track, but I wanted to kind of like I guess level up my fitness, so I started doing more running and stuff. And one of my neighbors actually had like a gym in his basement, so he had a few people. He's a personal trainer that lifted with him, and I started there because he knew I was into sports and I was into working out, and I kind of just went on from there. I realized, oh, I could be good at this, and I really like this, so that's where it all started. So I lift about four to five times a week. I do on Sundays I'll bench and do arms. On Mondays I'll squat and do legs and back. On Tuesdays I'll do my rest day, which is very important for building muscle. You have to rest. On Wednesday I'll bench again and do arms, and on Thursday I'll deadlift and do back and some legs. And on Saturday sometimes I'll add another leg day. It depends how I feel, or I'll use it for recovery. Um, I mostly try to eat healthy, but I do follow eating like about 130 grams of protein a day. So that's something that I try to get in, and I try to get in a good amount of carbs, especially before my workout, and pretty much like fruits, veggies. But the main thing is protein and water intake for me. I'll try to go to bed around like 9 or 10. I usually ends up around 11. My goal is to get 8 hours of sleep, but at minimum, I try for 7. But this week has been bad because of school. But you just gotta keep focused on it. Almost. The highlight probably was last December. I did my first powerlifting meet, and I actually ended up winning 3 gold medals. I was not expecting to win anything at a state meet, but that was probably the highlight of it because like that's when I realized, oh, I might be actually good at this, and I want to keep doing this throughout my life. It was just a great moment, a great day. I think powerlifting, at least for when I'm young, maybe bodybuilding for when I'm old, because with powerlifting, you build the muscle. So if I wanted to go into bodybuilding when I'm a little older, I could always do that. But I think I'm going down powerlifting and I want to help people. My major is physical education in college, anyways. So I'm taking that route. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it changed. Like my favorite lift changes. So because it usually changes if you're doing well with it. But I would say deadlift is my favorite because I caught on to it easy. But I wouldn't necessarily think it's my best. I think my best is bench. So I'll do pounds. My max deadlift is 340. My max squat is I think 292. Yeah, that's what I did in the meet. And my max bench is 195. I'm lucky enough that I've never had anyone like come up to me and say something, but I have been self-conscious, like especially because I'm very strong upper body, like a high bench. I have bigger biceps, so it's something I've been self-conscious about. But people usually compliment me, so I've gotten good feedback about it. But it's just something personal. Like you don't want to feel too manly, but also like I'm. That's something that I felt when I was younger. Now I'm like, oh wow, I really enjoy this, and I don't really care what anyone thinks. The biggest piece of advice I would give is don't start with like too much weight. Don't ego lift. Just trust the process. Your body's going to adapt to it. Just do what you can at the time, do it well. Sorry. And focus on form. Form over everything. So my biggest obstacle has always been anxiety when coming to lifting. So especially with deadlifts, like sometimes like I know I can do the weight, but then I overthink it and I over psych myself and I'm like I wait too long to lift because of it. So doubting myself would probably be the number one thing and waiting too long to go for a lift. Um my biggest inspiration probably inside the sport would probably be Steffi Cohen. I'm sure you know who she is. She's just amazing. Outside of the sport, I don't really know. Um, I'm not sure. Probably like my mom. My ultimate goal in the sport is just to be like as good as I possibly can, but I would love to have 405 deadlift pretty soon, hopefully.